What's going on? This is Jungle Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, aka your motherfucking golden god. Thought we'd come on here and do some fortune telling like we do. Oh, who's this comment here? Hey, it's our very own prophetess. What's going on, prophetess? What the fuck are you doing up? Let me guess. You took a nap, right? Anyhow. And whoever else is on here that ain't said hi yet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to you. We're doing fortune telling, right? You got questions. We're also having for the next 45 minutes. If you get it in within the next 45 minutes, 2 questions for just $25. Follow that right there. But I wanted to say, obviously, right now is a time of great spiritual attacks. I don't have to even go into explanation of that. I'm sure you know that. So I want to say to you, to encourage you to not allow, especially what's going on world level, because the point of all of that, and especially the way that social media has been used and stuff like that, so many people feel powerless, right? So when you're feeling powerless, first of all, like, feeling powerless is a necessary ingredient in order to feel depression and stuff like that. So focus on what you can focus on, because other than that, really, what else can you focus? Like, yeah, you can focus on who's doing what. Oh, rumor has it they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to do this. But that's another reason for your mental health, is to stay focused on what is important to you and what you can control. Because a lot of people, like, honestly, a lot of times you could feel like the anxiety and the fear and stuff like that within a lot of people. Just the tense. It's very tense. So I just wanted to tell you that, take care of yourselves, focus on what's important to you, and also, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what makes you feel good, what allows you to, serve yourself and of course others. It can even be something like just whatever you find really creative, something that you can get lost in a way. Thank you, prophetess. Thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage that. I don't know how many people are going to show up here. It's kind of late. I know it's like one something over there where you're at. So I thought that, we'll give it a little run, a little shot, just see what's going on. If ain't shit popping in, this will be banished into the realm of nothingness. You know. So what else? Hey, prophetess, what have you been up to though? What's been the haps? Sharing is caring. I don't know. This is the thing about going live and stuff. It's cool. It's great. I enjoy it. From time to time and stuff. Hell yeah. You know why I said that? Because considering the algorithm and stuff, and I'm kind of reformatting my channel just a little bit. It's still going to be, obviously, this particular channel is going to be not, all occult related, but more kind of information plus, like, obviously my own personal take, opinions, things of that nature, and kind of keeping it more niche like that. So I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this type of thing, because I don't know if it's fucking with my algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So as I mentioned, we will be doing some fortune telling anyways, as far as if there's anything that you want to know in regards, are you on the right timeline? Are you headed in the right direction as far as what is concerned? Is it something particular with your finances? could be a relationship, could be whatever it is. And we're going to look and see. And we're going to find out. And I'm going to tell you. I'm definitely going to tell you. So, but do you understand what I mean? Because, like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, right? I don't know how your YouTube is going. But as far as views, and I know I'm not the only one, like, ain't shit, really. And maybe that's because I've had a habit before in the past of, like, long gaps without doing anything on here and stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure, but yeah, we're going in a different route. I may have to do this type of thing it depends. I don't know. Shit. I mean, this shit's a cult too, right? So I don't even try to figure it out because they do, for real. It's like there's almost no way. Everyone always comes out, this is how you beat, this is how you do the algorithm. That's like next day it changes. So all this shit is irrelevant now. You know, I'm just gonna do what I do, like as far as certain giving out, certain information or just sharing my experiences and stuff like that. I'm just going with that. Whoever can vibe with it, whatever, you know. But I don't know if this doing this type of shit is kind of like fucking with me or not, I gotta look into that. Today we're gonna be using the great balls of fire. It's an experiment. I mean, I can make it so, right? I can make it so. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't really been putting my foot forward on this thing for quite some time. I barely passed 18,000 subscribers, like I'd say within the last 2-3 months. I was at 17,000 and like 500 for fucking years. Years. You know what I'm saying? Like I just could not get past that. Like somewhere in the 17,000s, I couldn't get past it. And I finally broke it. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna go for what I know. Kind of go back to how I started. Yeah, I was doing readings on here. I started that way, but I was also giving information, just more about kind of just giving information, discussing information, stuff like that. G Rivera, what is up? What's popping? We're also doing psychic hors d'oeuvres here. If you don't know what a psychic hors d'oeuvre is, it's a free one-card message. I don't know what it is for you, but all you got to do is put a hand emoji in the chat. Put a hand emoji in the chat. What happened, brother? And if you're not a brother, like I don't know. I'm assuming you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Nicholas Davis, what is popping, sir? You must be at work, brother. I know it's late over there. Shit. Working in the witching hour. Yes, let's put this up here. If you'd like a one-card message, that's all you got to do. Just put a hand up. Like that. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by hand emojis. For those who may not know. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, if you're a dude, you're a man. You know what I'm saying? Because G Rivera, I don't know. That can be like, I don't know if that stands for this or that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you off, Nicholas Davis. Right on. Shit. Right on, right on, right on. And also, if you check the description box, you will find out about the very limited 3-day candle workings that we have available for just a few individuals that are really actually in need of Sometimes I know you're not supposed to depend on the outside circumstances, which is true. But just to get a little help sometimes sometimes we just need that one win and it just snowballs from there. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we are doing fortune telling. We're having a little special here for anyone interested. All right. 2 questions for just 25. And we are going to they got quantum computers. This is my quantum computer right here. Works very similar. But I hope you're having a good night there, G. Rivera. But yeah, I was just telling everyone to keep your heads right. Don't let this shit bug you out. All the doom and gloom. If you really think about it though, when has there not been doom and gloom? It's because we lived through it and nothing happened. We was just like, okay, whatever. But if you look back 10 years ago, they were making it sound like this is the worst time to be alive. Now, granted, there are some things happening right now that are extremely fucked up, but Empress, woo, we're wishing you well. How you feeling, woo woo? But yeah, if it ain't popping, we will be gone here probably in another 20 minutes. But like I said, if you'd like to get a psychic hors d'oeuvre, just kind of like a daily message about something, I don't know what, just put a hand emoji in the chat and I will accommodate you. Please do tell, Empress Wu. We have a testimony here, so let's see what we got. I'd love to hear it. I believe they call it, you know what, like just all good news. We need to be broadcasting our good news a lot better, or more. You know what I'm saying? The world needs more. This fucking simulation needs more good news. We need more good inputs. Jay, I got you. Hey, G Rivera, why don't you do me a quick favor? Why don't you just, take a nice, relaxing, refreshing, kind of centering breath, make sure your legs and your arms are not crossed and you're just relaxed. You're chilling. Give me the message for G Rivera. Make it nice and loud. All facts, no cap. Whatever. All factors known and unknown. You know what he needs to hear. Or whatever the message is. Whatever the message is. But make it specific, loud. Thank you. Specific, loud, and clear. Thank you. All right. Okay, here you go. Let me just, I know what first popped up when I seen this, but let me just see. Okay, I usually don't like saying these things, but I will say this. I feel like you've been experiencing the result of somebody has been, trying to make your life way worse. They've been throwing at you, as we say in the spiritual community. Yes, they've been throwing at you. Okay. Now, do keep in mind too, they don't have to cut chicken heads off or do all that shit to be casting spells. People could just be speaking on you, but with intention, with emotion and focus. Be surprised what you could do with that. In a way, I one thing I'm getting from this also too, I feel like it's something to kind of keep you feeling stuck in a particular way and probably in a particular area. But I feel even if it's one area, it has an overall type of effect. But somebody has been, it's, they feel very cowardly though. Like they would throw their rocks and hide their hands, you know? So I would suggest if you got some type of a cleansing that you know to do, if you know how to do Olympia, you can look up on YouTube how to do Olympia or like an egg cleansing. I say egg because sometimes people don't have sage or they're in a place where they can't really light sage, but you can always use an egg, you know? Or you could take, at minimal, you could do like a sea salt bath, but you're charging that bath with intent just to strip away. And then you want to, of course, fortify yourself, okay? Take care of yourself. Cuídate. But I feel that the fact that you probably weren't maybe consciously aware of this, that's where a lot of the power is. As far as this person is not really a strong witch or magician or sorcerer. They're kind of like I said, they're kind of pussy, and you know, their thing is being able to do like little sneak shit or little, yeah. See, and folks, in case you just want to fucking know, like this is coming from him, not me. I didn't say. He's saying it's exactly what I'm going through, right? Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you too. That's what I wanted to tell you. Be mindful of the spells that you cast on yourself too. You know, to go. That was the other thing that came through because I don't feel it's just all this person. So let's not just place all the blame on this person. Like we do have to assume our own responsibility for things, you know, which is great because that means if listen, if I can cock block myself, if I can basically fuck myself, then I can shit. I can be mega as well. I can be super successful as well. I can unfuck myself, you know? You know, I'm not even going to shit you there, G. I felt definitely a woman behind it. I did feel a woman behind it. So that could be very probable, you know. And if out of everyone, a mother-in-law, yeah, you need like a good reset, G Rivera. That's what they're saying right now. You need a reset, like an overall reset, like a total reset for yourself. You know, a day or two of just total reset. They from Mexico. Ooh, yeah. That'll do it. Hey, Licious, what's going on? Oh, wait. SS, what's going on? Welcome. And here, see, I did get fired. It came 2 days after. This is just, I already know this is actually something that kind of needed. We know that kind of needed to happen. This is where it was going. And now we're in it. So this is from Empress Wu. She came on here not too long ago, and I had the opportunity to read or to fortune tell for her, and this is what came about from it. So I did get fired. It came 2 days after, but you know, in Texas, employer has 6 days to issue final payment. My account was zero, so I sent in a demand payment letter and called HR. Good for you. Good for you. These people at these companies, they need to get their shit together, man. They need to get their shit together. Yeah, exactly, Empress. They can get it too. Because it's like either the woman is doing it, and this is another cat. I be forgetting to add this because this is just as relevant. Either the woman, it's gonna come like I will get the scoop on the person, but that includes whether the person is doing it themselves or whether they're hiring somebody to do it. You understand what I mean? There's no one set way to do one. I can only give you like my personal experience with things. Valerie AG, good evening. What's going on? Welcome. Like, for example, I fucking slept on the floor for 2 days next to a perfectly fine bed, which I'm sitting on right now. But I kind of made it something crucial. You know what I'm saying? I moved furniture around. I moved like something to differentiate my spot, make it feel just a little different. You know what I'm saying? These are the outside things I do because your environment really, if your environment is fucked up, or if it's like cluttery, or if it triggers you in a certain way, you're not going to be able to outrun your environment forever. You know what I'm saying? So if you can change your environment, sometimes even, what's a really powerful one too is introducing new scents. But mind you, you're doing all this with intention. Like I'm doing a reset, you know. Um, but just for sake of time and stuff, I would suggest write that down and look that up on YouTube as far as just like what you might draw to yourself as far as information, you know. But there's a lot of different ways to do a reset. You can fast. Fasting is like a body way of doing resets. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens with your body when you fast. Is it like resets itself? You know. So there's a lot of different ways you can do a fast and maybe do something with your environment. Do something kind of extreme for yourself. You know. Little Young, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they do. It's coming from oh man, G, appreciate it. But yeah, you got this, man. You know, the Thriller from Manila. What is up? Hey, Thriller, didn't you get in trouble over me? Yeah, sorry about that. You think they hired someone from Mexico? It's totally possible because Mexico is definitely one of them. Mexico is one of them like black magic centers. There's a few black magic centers around like the world. You know, Mexico being one of them. Clutter can hold bad energy. Yes, certainly. That's why I say like approaching it at my favorite thing to say, a multi-pronged approach. So you do something with yourself, right? Maybe you fast from your phone for like 2 days. No fucking as much as you can, brother. Like, shit like that. You got to kind of get extreme. Oh, we have some shit here. Hold on. Okay, grab bag. What's going on? We got to be up here in the house. Freezing them can definitely. It can. You want to be, I would include some urine in that because you want them frozen under your domination. Or, I don't know about the freezing one, honestly, but yeah. Because that's the last time I've seen you and really heard from you, Valerie. Huh. Yo, nigga was like, oh, really? Oh, really? All in the comments and shit. Not the first time, probably won't be the last. But, I was just like, man, my heart goes out to you because he was just, I think he was like complimenting my hair or something at the time. But, shout out to you. It's all love, and, you can always come back home. All right. Yeah, a little inside thing there, probably. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put business out like that. But, I mean, how else am I going to talk to you? You know what I'm saying? Little young grab bag, I am awaiting your questions. I I don't know, these cards right here, juju for me. I have certain decks that I'm just like, oh my God, I'm surgical with them. And other decks, I don't feel it's connected to. I don't know, but I did a chicken bone with her name, then buried it. I'd probably do like a little combo, a return to sender, and then bind them out of my life. As opposed to freezing, although freezing does work. I mean, shit, I got like fucking 5 jars in my freezer right now, you know? Okay, good. We'll start with this one. All right. Little young Grabback, please approach the Shangorian altar. Kind sir, we're going to put your question up for just a second so I can focus on it after. But go ahead and just gaze into the eye. All right. Now, you already know the drilling. Relax your abdominal area and just kind of let like your stomach out, like breathe from your gut. And as you're taking in the air, keep it going all the way to the top until you can't take no more air in. Hold it for just 3, 2, 1. All right. Back again in the house where we synced. Boom. Okay, so what do I see when it comes? I'll give you a real good one. Hold on, Lil Young, just a second. G, do this, man. You're gonna get a box. It could be a cardboard box. It could be a little wooden box. It could be whatever. You're gonna put mirrors on the inside, right? So the mirrors, whatever is in the box, is gonna be surrounded by mirrors. This mirror on the top, mirrors to the side, mirror in front here, mirror in the back, and mirror on the bottom, surrounded by mirrors. You can make a little poppet of this mother-in-law if you feel it's her, or you could just, I've used for situations where I have had a problem and I don't necessarily know exactly who the fuck it is. I know that they left a psychic trail, so I can still trace their trail. You know what I'm saying? And in that case, I might use like the Joker from a deck of cards, a new deck of cards. Anytime you do work with playing cards or anything, you want a new deck. Just get you a little cheap deck, go to the Dollar Tree, buy a deck of cards, pull the Joker out, and just put enemy unknown. And you can use that. Draw a little poppet, a little figure out of the card. You can even cut. So now you have like a little figure. Bind its hands and legs behind him, like hog tie it. If you want to like stick pins in the eyes and in the mouth, do all of that. Put that shit in the box, cease and desist. You are now bound for my life, blah, 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 and so forth. And whatever work you're gonna live with now. You're stuck with whatever the fuck you done thrown at me. All right, boom, boom, bury him. Goodbye. I be with the shits, baby. You know how I be. Like I do. We true to this. We not new to this. You know what I'm saying? I would do that over just freezing. Okay, Lil Young, let's get to you. All right. Let me shuffle this question in here. Show me, based on his current energy, Show me the future projection of his finances and his current career based on his energy. All facts. Okay, show me Little Young Grab Bags, finances, and career outlook in the near future. What's going on with his current energy? All factors known and unknown. All factors known and unknown. I'm not done cooking yet. It's not done yet. Hold on. I don't feel it. It's not done yet. All right, Will Young, here we go. Question number 1. What do you see when it comes to Lil Young Grab Bag's finances and career? All facts, no cap. Please make it nice and loud, clear, discernible. The information I need to pass along to him. All right. Remember, this is based off your current energy, okay? I will give you 7 cards on this one, sir. I should have used the white deck, but fuck it. I'm feeling to use this deck, so that's what I'm going to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so here's your cards. It's just they're black, and my eyesight. I need to regenerate my eyesight. I'll just say it like that. Okay, hold on. It's fucking. Wow. All right. Remember, this is future based. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. Potential. All right. So, first off, I see. I'm going to tell you this. It's looking good. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. It's looking good. I see something happening. I need to find a way to describe this. I know it is like what Helter Skelter is. Helter Skelter is kind of like a fluke happening, if you will. It's like, but you might consider it negative. All right. It is cloaked in the Joker energy. So it's hard to distinguish exactly what the fuck that is. Because with Jokers, they often, for me anyway, they're often like cloaked. And whatever this is, actually, thank you. It's an opportunity in work clothes. All right. I will explain. Sometimes in order to get on the right track it's actually a part of the right track, but it seems like a setback. You know what I'm saying? It is an opportunity. It's just dressed in work clothes. It doesn't have all the razzle dazzle and shit, right? But what I'm going to need from you from this moment on is to you're going to have to practice this a little bit. And it's just in telling yourself, no matter what happens, it's working for me. Even if I can't see or understand how, it is working for me. That is extremely important. Okay. Having said that, this is something that comes out of left field, though. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. And it seems like in the beginning, anyways, that because on one hand, this 2 of diamonds is also like it's a divide. So like you're being divided from something. But at the same time, 2 of diamonds also means a partnership. So I feel like this fluke along when you look at it with the two of diamonds here like this, you're being divided because you're being guided. All right. So like you had to be, because like they're like, his Virgo ass is not gonna fucking make this change. We're gonna have to fucking kick in. Or like your higher self is actually like, yo, I can't believe I fucking incarnated as a Virgo. Fuck. So I know I'm gonna just like want to just stick with this shit, but I need to get myself out of it. So I'm gonna create this situation that happens so I can go this way, because I know that my little young grab bag version of myself is not going to do that just off the top, off the rip. He's not. But in doing so, I feel like there's an Aquarius, an air sign, Aquarius, probably an Aquarius, but could be a Libra or a Gemini, but someone who's going to end up kind of like assisting you, helping you, even if they just tell you, hey, you know what, we got a spot over here, you should come check this out, or you should come apply over here, or something like that. But I see a dude, he's older than you, all right, and he may have a beard, all right, but this together, and if he's not an air sign, he got like heavy air sign, he got like the talk of an air sign. But this together makes like in a way, it's kind of like a fight, like a partnership in a way, like he's kind of helping you out, even if he's doing so by giving you information, you know. But what ends up happening is you end up going up, all right? Whatever this new situation is, be that a new company, more than likely a new company, all right? And you get a raise. This is, you may even be in a different tax bracket with this one, all right? This is real shit. Now, it may be one company, you may find that you reach a period where you're kind of doing multiple things, and you're doing that well, and you're doing it effective, and you're making your money. Okay. I will tell you this. All right, this is also work. This is like, going through a period where like it's like you're busy, but it's not just being busy, you're productive. You're actually, that's the difference. Everyone's busy, but a lot of people aren't productive, you know? I'm definitely seeing either a change in career, but if not that, I'm definitely seeing a change in like either the company that you work for or the location for the same company, but being that now you're in a different location at a different, maybe even doing something different, or just I don't know what you do, but I definitely see a change, and this change will probably include some kind of travel movement. All right, highly probable. So it might be at a different location, or this could be a whole different company, or this could be, you know what, I'm going into a whole other industry at a whole other place. Major change, though. This is major change. This is major change. Okay. And at this point, you are able to not be rattled. Okay. This is like, I'm going to give you an analogy. All right. You know what this card is? We always hear, I don't know if you've ever heard about Wu Wei. It's about effortless action. And what that really means is you're able to take your shots, but you're not attached to the outcome. You're not like, it's not like a Hail Mary pass, right? A Hail Mary pass is often full of desperation, right? Once in a while, it'll come through. It'll come through in the clutch, A lot of times it don't, though. That's a Hail Mary. But to be able to make your moves without being attached to the outcome from that particular move. Now, when I say not attached to the outcome, let's say, for example, you're like, okay, I definitely desire. I want a new fucking job, right? So I went and applied at this company. I got an interview for this company. You can go for the interview because you know already the new job is yours. You just don't know exactly where it's coming from. It could be this interview you're going on today. It could not be, but you're not attached to that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But that's what I got for you with this one, though. Major change, positive change for you. Okay. I'm a little behind, so just so you know, I'm ADHD right now. And that's another thing, man. And I mean this as much for myself. I'm glad you said that because listen, man, the ADHD thing, we got to be able to focus, man. We have to. We have to be able to, I know most people nowadays, they can't be in silence, you know. They got to have something going on, something playing. They're just fucking all over. And it's really having a super detrimental effect, especially, a lot of times to get some of the answers that you have within, so that way they come to the forefront, so that way you can see them consciously. You need to be able to have space. But if we're constantly overstimulated, like, and at first when you go to stop being overstimulated, it's fucking scary. And it don't even make sense. Why is it scary just to be bored? It's okay to be bored. Like, that is a super fucking power if you can allow yourself to be bored. I ain't even going front. I ain't working on that. And I'm making progress with that. And it's like a muscle and it's growing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's imperative, bro. It's imperative. Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm H. Okay, I'm not. My bad. But anyways, Crystal, what you welcome. How does Shahzad feel about me and his current actions? Guitarre Suave, what up? Crystal, if you still here, we're doing this for specific questions right here. So just read this right here. And I don't know if you did do that. Let me see. Okay, no, I don't got you yet. But if you ask this, if you do this, then we can definitely get into specific questions. I can give you a one card message. I don't know what it's going to be. It's kind of like just out of the blank, But if you'd like that, go ahead and put a hand emoji in the chat. I will get to you. Okay, cool. Daddy loves y'all. This would make one hell of a Shangorian sandwich. I'm just saying. I am just saying. You got what woo on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just goes. It just goes. Okay, question number 2. I'm still answering Little Young's. So everyone, just be patient. I'll get to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll get to you. All right, number 2. How do I stop being so rigid and allow myself to align with my inner desires and values? Let's just put that up here real fast. How do I stop being so rigid and allow myself to align with my inner desires and values? I'm dissecting your question. I'm digesting your question. Just a second. Because I also have, like, something is kind of coming through here. So I'm just hold on a second. You know what I think? This is what is coming through for me, for you. This is what I'm getting for you. 3 cards on this one because I really don't need cards for this one. One of the things that's probably the most important thing, if you can somehow make this important to yourself, okay, you will soon see. One of the things I'm getting from you is you're too much in your head. So it's not really, it's just pretty much we just need to get back into our body. All right. A great way, and this is gonna sound funny, but I swear I shit you not. Like it fucking works. All right. I don't know if you're familiar with a particular technique called, and I'm not being funny, all right, but it's called breathing into your balls. Okay. So basically, when you're in your head too much, you're not in your body, right? When you're in your body, and I'm going to explain exactly what that means to you in just a second. So just bear with me. When you're in your body, you're actually present, right? Even if there's some shit going on, you're not caught up in here because you're not in your head. So for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, so let's say I remember doing this because I did this in real time, and that's how I discovered it worked. It's because I discovered it in the field, right? Like I think, okay, I approached this bitch, and for whatever reason, I was a little caught off guard by, I got a little nervous. So then I started getting nervous about being nervous because I didn't want to be seen as being nervous, and that made me more nervous. So then something came to my mind about keeping just a portion of my attention, right? So most of my attention, I'm onto the chick, right? I'd say 80% is on the chick. 20% of my attention, I'm putting my attention on the bottom of my feet. I'm feeling the weight of I'm feeling my feet press against the ground, and it's like I'm feeling the ground press back up against my feet, and then I just let go of the tension in my stomach, right? So and once I had a couple good breaths, and my mind is actually in the soles of my feet, and you also have chakras in the soles of your feet. You also have chakras below the soles of your feet. So immediately I was like way more relaxed. All I had to do was relax, and I already got the isms and schisms. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit just came out. But as long as I was in my head, I was fucking it up. So my point to you is when breathing from your balls, especially for men, it's very important. So you put your consciousness or piece of your, like I said, like maybe a certain percentage of your attention. You could do this while you're walking. You can do this while you're doing anything. You could do this while you're having a conversation with somebody. You relax your abdominal area. You're breathing from I want you to put your fingers and press right below your belly button. Okay. You can still feel where you pressed. Now I want you to kind of just imagine that you're looking out of that spot that you just pressed, right? And just breathe from your stomach. Just let go of any tension, right? After a breath or 2 or 3, you're going to start to feel way more relaxed. You feel more present. You feel more here and now than off here, off there. You know what I'm saying? My point is this: you already got it in you. You just need to get out of your own way. And getting out of your own way means getting out of your fucking head. We got to get more into our body. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in your body, you're present. And presence equals energy. Presence equals energy. Okay, so you will find that you just I shit you not, bro. You're gonna find that you just automatically stop doing these things, or some of these things you're gonna notice, and you're just gonna be like, why would I do that? Because you're not so wrapped up in here. Did you know that 20% of your daily calories, meaning all the shit you eat in a day, 20% of that goes just to your brain? That's how much energy it takes your brain just to process making decisions. That's how many decisions you make in one day. That's a lot of calories, bro. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, this thing up here uses a lot of fucking energy. A lot. For sure. Put something in the air for me, you know? Sometimes I woke up, but like my mind's still in bed. I've had those times too, you know? I've had those times where like I couldn't even like 2, 3 cups of coffee because I'm a coffee drinker. It's like that ain't doing shit. So it do you feel like this? Like you feel like you got one foot in this world and another foot like in the dream world or like spacey out world? Because I hate feeling like that. I don't feel like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But that is what I have. Let me throw your cards though. Let me just throw 3 additional cards here for Lil Young Grabbag Jr. Any other information on how you can stop being so rigid? If you, I'm telling you, be in your body, bro. You already know. You be surprised how much shit you already got. You just can't use your tools or your weapons because you're in your head. I'm telling you right now. It's not even about adding something else. It's about letting go, dropping off other stuff. It's like letting go, stopping doing shit. What you stop doing determines what you can do, you know? So that's exactly what focus is. Focus is you're picking one thing and then you're saying no to a bunch of fucking other things for that time, you know? But more importantly here, as far as you're concerned, I don't want to go too much on this, but it's just getting in your body. I promise you. I promise you. And of course, being consistent with it, because to get in your body once and then go back to just living in your head, that's not really going to do any good. You know, it's like taking vitamins one time, you know. Any other information to relay for him so he can stop being so rigid and allow himself to align with his inner desires and values. You know what? And you know, another reason I'm telling you this, because you know what it's like? Have you ever like had a stretch of time where like you just seem to never turn off your phone? As soon as it got real low, you were charging it. You slept with it on the charger. So it's like your phone never turned off, right? Then it starts acting funny and this and that. And then so what do? You turn it off, you let it sit for a second, and then you reboot it. And then it's like it works again, you know? Okay, 3 cards for it. Grab back, please. Okay. So the 4 things that I'm getting here is this one, which is what we were talking about. Remember, I told you about like, okay, for example, if you went and applied for a certain company or you wanted to embark on a certain career or whatever, and maybe the way to go about that, it's kind of like, I don't know exactly which way, but I know I'm going to get there, you know? So that whole not being attached, but still like, do what you need to do, you know, fine. If you feel inspired to do something, even better. But even with the inspired action, I'm still not attached. I'm not attached to whatever the outcome is going to be. I'm going to just do it anyway, you know? So that helps you to cultivate, like, it's like this peace that's like really hard to shake. You know what I'm saying? It's not because it's not based on anything outside. It's you giving it to yourself. All right. The other thing is to know your worth. You may need to I think you need to like remind yourself, you know, because we have a habit, just humans in general have a habit. They could have done 9 great things and fucked up once, and they're going to focus on the fuck up. You know, you need to remind yourself. And finally, we need to be decisive, my friend. Decisive. Okay, I've said this many times. The word decide comes from a word that actually means to chop off, to cut off. So in essence, one man, one mind type of thing. You know, you're not like keep changing your mind and flip flopping. You know, that's also how you build your consistency muscles. And we need consistency for a lot of shit. You know, so that's what I have for you, brother. But I promise you, even if you just took 7 days, within that 7 days, you'd have some kind of experience, which would be enough for you to know, like, yo, all I got to do is just, whenever I find myself not in my body, just go back into my body. Your breath is the key to like fucking everything, or it could be, you know, if you used it. Side note, the day after I did what you sent me, yes, I had like 3 chicks I hadn't heard from in a while text me, and one in person who acted like she hated me before come up and try to grab me acting friendly. You get all kinds of crazy like side effects from that shit, even though that's not why you did it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Because you shifted your whole aura and shit. You know what I mean? Like whatever was kind of like bogging you down, after that bath, it wasn't. So now you're shining. You know, it's like having a diamond ring covered in mud. It's like whatever. Once you wash away the mud, it's still a fucking diamond ring. You know? All right. And when I go in my zone, I don't be thinking about anything else but what I'm trying to convey. So if anybody else wants I call it a psychic hors d'oeuvre, but it's like a 1 card. It's just I don't know what the message is. If you have some questions though that you want to dig into, specifically, like I said, more future related, fortune related, we can diagnose if we're on point or not, or if we need a little adjustment, which if we do, that's fine too. I'd rather know ahead of time, you know. So that's really what this is about. But if you'd like 1 card message, go ahead and drop a hand emoji in the chat. Drop a hand emoji in the chat. Crystal, ADH. Yeah, it feels like it does. You know, you feel so splintered too. You know, I noticed that. But yeah. Anybody else? Drop that hand emoji if you want that message, or if you're brave enough, if you're ready, if you're, you know, if you don't doubt it, don't want to be without it, god damn it, then this is what you want to do. Hit them, get your 2 questions. Let's peer off into your particular timeline right now, because that's what we're doing. And remember, folks, there's not just one future. There's basically infinite variations of your possible or probable future. Obviously, probable means it's more likely to happen than this over here, you know, or that over there. You know what? I'll give you something for that. I'll send you something for that. It's not a PDF. I'll send you something though for that. Watch. I'll send you something for that. That I actually that got me doing that after I'm done. Listen, it's going to be simple. Just commit to it for like a couple days. And just say for the next couple days, as much as I can, as much as I can remember to, you know, I'll just remember to start breathing into my balls. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. It is breathing. It's not like it's a fucking like it's just breathing. But you're breathing with intention, you're breathing with consciousness, you know? And you're like literally your consciousness is inside your body. It's not like just stuck in your head going on. It works. And like I said, it's like a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets. You start just naturally. Then you find yourself being just more present, more and more and more. And you start to really like that. You know what I mean? Like you realize a lot, you're missing a lot of shit about yourself and about the world around you because you be in your head, you know? That's how it was for me. Empress, woo woo. I got you. I got you. I know in money spells. Yeah, I do. Yep, absolutely. All right, Nicholas. Give me a second. I have quite a famous one that I put on here. It's on my channel. There's a playlist of spells that I have, and it's the Psalm spell, and it's one of my most popular videos on this particular channel. So, um, always works. Psalm 26, while you hold a dollar bill in your hands, always works. All right, Empress Woo Woo, what do we have here? What is the message? What is the message for my dearest Empress? From my Empress, I suggest you go. You know, let me do this first. Woo woo, hold on, I'm cooking here for you. ah, you know what I'm getting? I'm going to tell you the exact words I got for you, woo woo. They said, "Return of the man child." Here's your card. This is a grown ass man, but has a lot of, we could say, childish ways. Yeah, someone's coming. Someone is coming. And this is the first thing that came through. All right, it's the first, just like, and then my mind started to be like, well, maybe it's this, and I was like, no, no, no. What was that first snap? What was that first? You know, what was that? And it was those words: "Return of the man child." So don't be surprised. I would, I would presume too that you're not really, you ain't gonna be too hyped about this. It's gonna be pretty much like non-eventful, but you're like, yo, I was warned of your return. Are you popping your motherfucking head up again? Nicholas Davis, I got you, brother. Hey, Nicholas, I'm sure you're chilling at home. Just make sure your arms and your legs are crossed, and yeah, go ahead and just take a nice, slow, deep breath. Just let that out. Like, go ahead, relax yourself. Give you a second just to relax yourself purposefully. All right. All right. I gotta finish this other video that I'm doing. I want to finish. I'll give you the tentative title if you'd like it. It's called The Art of Music Industry and Hollywood Sacrifices 101. You don't want to miss this one. All right. Okay. Nicholas Davis. Fuck, this card shot out. Just like this. You got the same card as Boo Boo. All right. But yours is something different. Just a moment. Yours is different because yours is a younger lady. She's younger than you. Maybe almost even significantly younger than you. Meaning like more than 5 years younger. You know what I'm saying? But younger than you. And this is what I'm getting from it though. For whatever reason, like you smitten with this broad. She kind of keeps you guessing because she's definitely like she's one of them ones that's hard to pin down. You know, I'm gonna have to give you a ratio of percentages because the greater percentage is that you don't know her yet. There is a small percentage though that you have met or known from before. Maybe you even forgot about her, right? Or maybe you just somehow, some way, there may have been a contact or a connection. As when I say connected, I just mean like I don't mean y'all had like a romantic connection. I just mean like I'm connected to this person through this person because I knew this person, and then I just momentarily met this person at some party or maybe whatever, right? But I didn't really get to talk to her then. But then it was like, oh wait, you was at that, yeah. Now you remember her, right? But besides her maybe being attractive to you at that time, it really wasn't, so could be something like that. But I'm more so like, yo, yeah, that's the point. I don't think you know who this is. That's my point. I feel like, yeah, someone. Now, depending on how you handle her, I'm kind of getting from her that she will take you for a ride if she can, and that is even just like mentally, even just I don't mean just like in a gold digger way, take you for a ride. I mean like she's hard to pin down. She's hard to pin down, but depending on how you maneuver and what how you play your cards, no pun intended. Uh, I don't know if she I don't get it. She's the energy I'm from this woman is like not. I wouldn't say wifey material. I wouldn't say none of that. But that doesn't mean she might not be significant to you though in some way. Some people just pass through your life and you learn something about yourself or something happens and they're gone, but they are still very impactful, even though they just crossing through. They're just passing through. All right. Any more? If you're gonna ask a question, if you want to get your 2 questions, I suggest you do it now because I'm about to log the fuck off. I gotta put my pimp suit back. But I hope so too, mommy. I hope so too. I know so though. I don't think it's I think for the most part, even if you entertain the man child, I think it'll be like just slightly. It just doesn't feel like a big deal to me. Like I'm more so seeing this from your perspective, if you will. But change my name to Red, Big Red, like the gum. You know. Anyone else here? Last call for alcohol. If you like a card, you can put a hand emoji in the chat. Hey G, are you still here? Anyhow, last call for alcohol. Last call. If you want it, I would get it. All right. Yeah, they need to know that, woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to handle you. All right. Make no mistake about it. It needs to be, but I also know what not to do with you. Okay. Because I ain't trying to incur that wrath. All right. If any of you seen Wrath of Becky on Netflix, it's a crazy movie. I would suggest you check it out. It's gory as fuck, but it's like got a lot of twists. It's like dumb, but it's good also. What I was going to tell you, G, in the same way you can put your enemy in a box with all their fuckery that they done put towards you, and it also like binds it and keeps it contained. You can put yourself in a mirrored box with a bunch of money. But I would suggest this: when you put yourself in the box with the mirror, with the money, you you must declare that I am. Because see, this is really about identity. It all, once again, it all comes back to who are you? Who are you being? Are you someone who's trying to get money, or are you someone who has money? And I'm talking like on an energetic level. First, you start with a decision. I don't give a fuck what it looks like right now. Like you say, at first, you're going to have to kind of like come against the bullshit, because the bullshit's going to try and like, whoo-wee, you got some verbal assassins in your head, okay? And they will try and take you out. Fuck you mean you money is always coming to you. You can't escape money. It stalks you. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You're fucking trying to scrape money together to do this. What the fuck? It knows how to hit you below the belt, but you got to know how to deal with that, because that's learned bullshit, right? So in the meantime, while you're transforming all that into just fuel for like, hey, I'm saying is, let the ritual be a declaration that I am this person now. I'm not doing this so I can get a specific result. I'm doing this because I'm stepping into this. This is my physical ritual gesture that I am this person now. And just as this, little poppet of myself is swimming in this money in this box, so am I. And if you want to meditate with that box every day, as, as you're seeing yourself as you are, you're living from the version of you who is who you want to be, the qualities. You know what I'm saying? They do what they say they're going to do. They're consistent. They trust in themselves above all else. Um, You know, maybe there's a specific certain situation that would demonstrate that for you. I don't know what that would be, but you get what I'm saying? So I would give it to they call it giving it to yourself, right? How do you give it to yourself? You allow yourself to fucking fully experience it as best as you possibly can with all your senses, even if it's just for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I would do that while I hold my mirror box. And that's my little daily ritual. And what's most important is not that, oh, I got this unexpected check in the mail. I mean, that's great too, but I would rather be the full expression of my rich ass fucking self than just a fucking check in the mail or just this or just that. You understand? No, it's like funny but kind of gory and kind of stupid but also good. It's one of them kind of movies. Office hours. My office hours. 9 to 5. Oh, I love that fucking movie. Love it. Hit him with the vanilla ice. That and even get even more specific, right? Where you really feel it like, yeah, like at this point, it may be more difficult to wrap your head around that one. Maybe not. You know, find what works for you. You could say it 1,000 different ways. Also, you don't have to just say the one exact same thing. You could say it in as many ways as you want to, because it's all roads are leading to the same place. Does that make sense? 9 to 5. Nights like this, I wish a raindrop. Anyhow, let me get the fuck out of here. I have work to do, but this was fun. I might come on. I'm gonna if you guys will come and fuck me tomorrow. Hey, I'll be back on probably about 9 my time, 12 your time if you're East Coast. So a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna try and get this video finished though. Exactamundo. Find what really feels good to you and just like rock that shit. American. Shit. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate everyone who's come through, everyone who's fucking with me. I appreciate y'all. And we're gonna do it again, more than likely tomorrow. But yeah, if not, I'm gonna have this video for you. No, you don't have to explain nothing, Valerie. It's okay. If you want to, that's fine, oh mama. It's okay. It's all right. I knew the get down. Like you don't have to, like I said, explain. I knew the get down, and like I'm the kind, even if I was like touching the back of that fucking thing, I would still like, I would never like bust you out or do anything like that, like, or get you in trouble or do anything like that, you know? So yeah, but sir, good night. We on the same time. Okay, cool. All right. I'll catch y'all tomorrow then. Shit, peace.